He should have been in jail, Judge. He should have been in jail
Okay, Miss
last year.
Rogers. Miss
I,
Rogers.
I,
Hold on. Okay, so this is what we're
I
going
used to
to
work for the state, Judge. I used to be.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
do with an S. Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Lampkins. All right. We're on the record in cause number DF165276. Counsel, will you please announce for the record?
Katrina Parker, Dallas County Public Defender's Office, were appointed to represent respondent John Lampkins.
Okay, and ma'am, would you please announce for the record?
This is Jacqueline Rogers, pro se.
Okay, Ms. Rogers, you will have to appear on the camera.
Okay.
All right, those who intend to testify, will you please raise your right hands? Do you both swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Rogers, my court reporter is signaling and saying she cannot see your mouth. She has to be able to see your mouth. There you go. Thank you. Okay, we are set here today. Ms. Jacqueline Rogers, you filed a de novo appeal from the hearing that you had in front of the 4D judge back on April the 24th of 2026. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Judge, excuse me, it's March. You said it earlier, correct?
Yeah, it's March.
March. My apologies. March the 24th of 2026. You timely filed a motion of, a request for de novo hearing on March 27th of that hearing. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And the court takes judicial notice of all contents of the court's file, including your request for de novo appeal, where you specifically laid out the things that you wanted to discuss here today?
Yes, your judge.
All right. Okay. Are there any preliminary matters that the court needs to take up before the hearing begins, either Ms. Rogers or Attorney Parker?
Your Honor, you said it. I just wanted to note that it wasn't a full de novo, just on the terms of how much she should pay and back pay, I believe was her main point.
Correct.
I think it is a full de novo because it goes into categories of everything that he has missed since his obligation to pay child support from the beginning of the initial hearing of last year. So it's just going into depth of everything. So it's not partial, it's full, it's everything.
Okay. Hold on.
Mr. Lampkins.
Hold on, Mr. Lampkins. You all can only speak one at a time. And let me just clarify here. This particular hearing, Ms. Rogers, although you may have put everything in there, the only thing by law that I can entertain is as it relates to the ruling from that hearing on March 24th. And specifically on March 24th, you mentioned in paragraph 4 of your request, you specifically talked about, let me see. You know what? Now that I'm going back over this, you specifically identified, let me drop down some more. It's not that paragraph I mentioned. It starts at the end of page 2. We talked about the child support amount being $175 a month. Let me just make sure I'm not combining anything.
It was, where it say the obligation of $450. Is that where you're reading that part? Bi-weekly schedule?
Yes. So okay. I'm going between your two documents. Well, not your two documents, but the court order from March 24th, as well as your documents. So specifically, you talked about the $175 amount being ordered when you wanted it to be $450.
That was discussed with Katrina Parker and the prosecutor.
Okay, so the court ordered $175 though. So the only thing that I see in your request for de novo appeal as it relates to the order is, well, and see, that's the tricky thing about a de novo appeal, okay? So the law says that you have to specifically identify the findings and conclusions that the court came up with in the order, you have to make that request in your actual de novo. If you don't specifically identify the findings and the conclusions, by law, I can't entertain it. So the only thing you specified was the 175. I can't entertain anything outside of the actual child support amount because that's the only thing you identified in here. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Okay. All right. So let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm going over it again. Yes, the only thing you identified is the 175.
Which is the amount that was not enough substantially, but however, it is going into detail. There has never been a payment.
Okay. So when you ask for a de novo, you're essentially saying that you want me to consider something that wasn't considered at that hearing that you had. You're asking for a do-over of that. So I will entertain the amount of child support. Attorney Parker?
Your Honor, I would like to just clarify, at the time of the hearing, there was not a modification of child support included in that action. It was purely enforcement. So the current child support he used to pay was $186. And then we worked out on arrears would be $175 for just the arrears pay. So those two together plus medical would be his obligation, 30 in medical. So she was objecting. I think she wanted the arrears to be maybe 225 or upwards of 200. And that's where the contention was.
No, ma'am. I wanted the child support to be $450 and the arrears could have been $75. Or the
Your Honor,
medical.
that wasn't even before the court. I think
Well, I was talking to the prosecutor judge, and when she wrote down what do I want him to go to jail, or are you willing to work out arrangements? Miss Parker was right there present.
Hold on, Miss Rogers. Keep the phone on your face. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Parker was present when I did speak about I would want him to make payment. If he's not making payment or fulfilling his obligation, then yes, you can go ahead and put him in jail. So then when we discussed the amount, the prosecutor mentioned, okay, what is your satisfaction of how much? I told her, well, he's back on child support. He's never made a payment in several years. The last payment I got was in 2022. Maybe if you go back on the child support payment history, there has not been no payment up until this very day. And so I said $450, and then the arrears can be, I think it was $275, and then the medical was $50 or $75.
I see what you said in your request where you're specifically talking about that. It's at the bottom of page 2 as well. The issue is though, Ms. Rogers, any agreements that you all entertained at the time of any agreements that you all discussed at the time of the hearing, I can't entertain it for the de novo. I can only entertain what was ordered. So the only thing that I have in front of me is $175 due for the rearages toward the back pay.
Okay, I do also have a text message showing that he was willing to make the $450 until she started writing on a sticky note how much that he was supposed to pay. I got proof that he was willing to pay $450 a month.
Judge, I think when she's saying $450, she's putting all the totals together. There's no way the Attorney General would even ask anybody to pay $450 on arrears as homeless and
it's the total. It's the total.
It's the total. See, so it's the total.
Okay. So the total amount would be $536.
So I have a judge.
Hold on 1 second. Let me not make this go all over the place.
Just Mr. Lampkins, you'll get a chance to talk if you want. Just a moment.
So your
Ms. Rogers, what exactly are you wanting? So the order says that he is to pay $175 per month for back pay towards his, excuse me, that's what he's to pay monthly towards the arrearages.
Mhm.
Okay. The arrearages are what, $3,900?
The
More
order
than that.
judge has 20. Well, you're putting them together. Judge is 22 on child support.
22 on
22,
child support. Let me
185.
go up. So
$22,000.
yes, $22,185.38. Beginning on April the 1st of this year. Oh, excuse me, my voice starting to go out. Beginning on April 1st of this year, he was ordered to pay an additional $175
Mhm.
towards that amount every month. So
Right.
that's your issue, right?
That's my issue because that's not enough. And then on top of that, he has not made no payments. He has not made, he
Mr.
sent
Lampkin.
$25 a couple of days ago. See, this is my thing. I have blocked him on emails. He has made threats. I've already went through the Dallas prosecutor county because of the domestic violence. He's saying that he'll kill me just a couple of days ago in the email. Your judge, I don't want to have nothing to do with this psycho man. All I want is the support for our daughter. I have blocked the communication with our daughter that I pay for my phone on the phone in the bill because he does nothing. He has not sent a payment as of today. He should be in jail. He's not fulfilling his obligation, and I'm tired of going through this. We got to go back to court tomorrow, which I don't even want to be in the same room or in the same presence with this man.
I understand. Mr. Lampkins, I muted you because I didn't want you to disrupt what she's saying. I'll give you an opportunity to speak in a minute. I
And
don't want to, hold on, Ms. Rogers. I don't
yes,
want to
ma'am.
derail what we're doing here because I want to make sure that I am following what you're asking me to do. So your hang up is with the $175. Here's the issue though. The attorney general orders, not orders, excuse me, they recommend a certain amount of payout towards arrearages based on the amount of the arrearages and I believe the ability of the person
Right.
what
That's what
they're
I.
able to pay. So unless I have something from the office of the attorney general recommending something different based
Mhm.
on his income, I really can't grant you the relief that you're looking for today. And it can't be that you
Mhm.
all agreed to $450. Does that make sense?
I'm going by what he mentioned to me, which is he's a habitual liar anyway. I'm at this point where I'm just going to pursue full custody because I don't have the time anymore to deal with this man. I don't even want to deal with none of this anymore. He's a deadbeat. He does not do nothing for his child. And the way he sent me was $25 through Cash App day before yesterday. We were supposed to send a whole lot more. He lies. He doesn't have a job. The judge has continuous gave this man a slap on the back each and every reset. And he's still walking around here free, not holding up the end of his bargain on his responsibility. I'm tired.
Okay, hold on. Let me give Mr. Lampkins an opportunity to speak. So, Ms. Rogers, would you please place yourself on mute?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hold on, Mr. Rogers. I haven't unmuted you yet. So, Mr. Rogers, can you hear me? Excuse me, Mr. Lampkins, can you hear me? Because I can't hear anything you said. I haven't unmuted you yet. Hold on one second. Mr. Lampkins, look at your phone. I sent you a prompt to unmute. Now you can speak. There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All that she's talking, ma'am, you know what? My child gets checks, she gets checks. I don't have any money to give. She is ripping the government off. Period. She getting checks, unclaimable money that she didn't even earn no work for. And I'm getting harassed and talking about what I do.
Our daughter is disabled and he's a jealous man. He don't get
Not
Okay,
disabled.
Ms. Rogers, I muted you so Mr. Lampkins can speak.
Lying. My daughter walks around like a normal child, plays like a normal child. She is collecting money from the government for my child for no reason. She getting money for no reason. She don't even have a job. She ain't had a job in over 20 years.
Mr.
That's a
Lampkins,
lie.
won't you tell her about the visitation, Mr. Lampkins?
Hold on.
Money.
Okay, I muted both of you at this point because we do not, and when I say we, I'm talking about my court reporter too. We don't know what is being said at this moment. All right. So, Ms. Rogers, if you would please turn your camera back on. We're not going to go into visitation. We're not going to go into who's defrauding the government or anything like that.
He's a jealous man, Judge. He's
Hold on, Ms.
a low-life
Rogers.
deadbeat.
Hold on, I muted you. So I'm speaking. We're not going to go into any of that because that is totally outside the scope of what we're doing today. As of today, Miss Rogers, for the $175, listen to my question. Do you have any evidence beyond what he told you? Do you have any evidence to show me today that the Attorney General got this number wrong when they said when they ordered the $175? And Mr. Lampkins, are you smoking a cigarette?
He's a look, Judge. You know what? I feel like this is a waste of time because I have to hire an attorney for this full custody because his attorney is just as sloppy and don't do nothing.
Okay, we're not going to get into that. Okay,
no, he should have been in jail, Judge. He should have been in jail
okay,
last year.
Miss Rogers, hold on. Okay, so this is what we're going.
I used to work for the state, Judge. I used to be.
Okay, you all are going to talk over each other. So there is no way for us to even have any resolve. We can't get anywhere today anyway, Ms. Rogers, with what you're asking me to do. I just want both of you to know you are free to file anything you want to file in court as it relates to your case, whether it be a modification, enforcement, whatever the case may be. You all can do that. But as of today, without anything showing that he has earning ability to be paying more towards the arrears, the court cannot grant what you're asking, okay?
Okay, Judge, I will excuse myself. I already know what I need to do. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you all. That concludes the hearing.